Dan, here we are in the loft room. I've just done this video, thought I'd do it again because I had a mishap, something very important to pass on to you. I've also decided the thing I showed in the other video at the beginning, or things, I'll leave for another day. Today's review is of this, okay, MP41 by Denix. Now, do the blurb first, because I have got notes and I'm going to refer to them if you don't mind. So the MP41 is the same magazine as the MP40, 32 round, 9mm, 500 rounds a minute. The weight was 3.7 kilos, 82 pounds, effective 150 meters. It was the upper workings of an MP40 and the lower part of an MP28. Hugo Schmeiser wanted to create a new SMG by merging the actions of the MP40 with a wooden stock. It was produced by the firm Haenel, who so Haenel, who were already manufacturing the MP40. It saw limited production because Irma took legal action over Haenel use of the MP40 design elements. Due to this, there was only 28,000, a little bit less, made during the war. The users, so the stocks of them were bought by the Romanian army, and other users. Watching this cat here, stop chewing that. Hey. So the Luftwaffe, police, paras, and some at the East and Western Front. Some sources claim it was popular with field units of the Sicherheitsdienst, SD, Reinhard Heydrich, fame or infamy. So some of the para photographs might have been the Beretta MP38, but it was used by the German forces. My plans for it are some sort of like, maybe Eastern Front Auxiliary, or maybe para mock-up or something. I've got a Splinter smock over there, although it's not a Voltimaker one. It's mistakenly thought the MP41 was not a combat weapon because of its obscurity, but it was definitely used, although in small numbers. There are rare photos of them being used by German units in World War II and also Soviets when they captured them. So that's that for that. I am seriously getting, you don't know what's going on behind the camera. It's cat invasion. So let's get to the Denix. I did this video and then things start going wrong, and I think it's very important for me to pass on my information, what I think of this thing, because we're all in the same boat together, we're all collectors. So first of all, if you want to get hold of one of these in deactivated form in the UK, it's very hard, I believe, and they are quite expensive for what they are. I think they're more expensive than the MP40. You can get them in this form, and I believe airsoft, although I'm not 100% sure. To get them in this form, Denix replica, you must be a member in the UK over 18 and member of a living history group, reenacting group, military, vintage history, vintage vehicle. I got there in the end. Theatre group, etc., etc. You know the drill. That's your defence for buying it but not owning it, I believe. Airsoft's different. You have to have some sort of defence for that, but they're the three choices you've got. And this is by far the cheapest. A non-fire and Zamak alloy made replica. First impressions, it didn't come with the usual Denix crappy leather sling, which I don't mind for nothing. That's coming with it because I can use that. I have used it on other things, but it didn't this time. I searched it. I thought I left it in the box. No, nothing there. So I bought a, I can't remember where I got it from, you know, sold fortune at Militaria, dark brown K98 sling with a little leather tab that goes in there. It's got a similar setup to the K98, so I probably won't age that. I will do the usual on this because it's got that usual Denix ready brownie material. Sand it back, colour it in, put some oil on here as if it's been used, oil where the fingers would go, that sort of thing. You get the drift. This is the takedown sort of fill stripping knob thing. Doesn't work on this. It's all moulded sights. Markings on it is just the S, the safety, which we will get to, and made in Spain under there, small letters, nothing to worry about. There is a French guy on YouTube does reviews on Denix stuff. I think he is sponsored by Denix. I'm not at all sponsored by anybody. If anyone wants to sponsor me, Stillman stands up now. I'm not joke. No sponsor an idiot like me. And he put stamps, Hugo Schmeiser on here, or Schmeiser MP41 stamps all over, little Waffenham stamps. It looks pretty good. I'm going to just age it up a bit the usual way that I do. Probably takes me a couple of goes. So do I think it's a good replica? I haven't got a real one, but against other SMGs of the same sort of size, so PPS 43, yeah, I mean, it's going to just go on a, fuck, swearing, sorry, I did say the F word, God. See, it's not too bad if I've got another layer of clothing on, but she's got claws like fish hooks. My God, love her. They were at the vets yesterday. That's probably why. Take me to the vets, will you, mate? Get an injection. We're having it. Oh, sorry about that, viewer. Did I look like I nearly lost my composure, didn't I? Where were we? Is it still 2023? The French guy on the video said something I can't remember. Is it relevant? Probably not. Okay, right. We'll get on with where I was. So the problems with it. I'll start with this. That is loose. That is so loose, and I haven't got a comparable. I haven't got an MP40 magazine to put it in. I haven't got a Denix one. My other MP40 is a broken airsoft, so it's a different mechanism, and it's been jammed in there. I can't get it out. And my other MP40 is an air rifle, so it won't fit either. So they're neither are compatible. Haven't they got quality control at Denix at all? Why is it there's always something wrong with them? And what the guy did say was, as it's a hollow magazine, fill it with rags, and maybe just pop a couple of inert rounds in. I've got spare 9mm rounds. I might just fill it with black foam, get some black sponge in there or something. But when it goes in, like it should do, comes out, goes in. What I did find, this is loose. That's shocking. Now it's held in by that one screw there. I try to tighten it a bit more. Very careful with Denix stuff in case the screw shears off. But it's this here, it's loose. Now I don't know what I'm going to be able to do. That's obviously, because that's loose, has that been tapped all the way in? Should it be screwed there? That's dodgy. That is dodgy. I don't know if it's coming across on the camera, but it does move. That's what the French fella said before I was attacked by a pterodactyl. The Denix's own website says these are for display purposes only, not for reenacting. So, for example, the STG-44 I've got, to get a deactivated one, you are spending a lot of money. You're in a field on a reenacting day, showing the public, you put it down and someone steals what amounts to thousands of pounds worth of equipment. You're better off just taking a Denix thing. So to say they're not for reenactors is pretty rum, considering that you are spending a couple of £100 near enough by the time you get postage and everything in. But that build quality thing, I can live with the magazine. The French guy, I think, put electrician's tape around, but I'm thinking maybe a bit of inner tube off a bike. Maybe, we'll see. I'll work on that. That loose barrel, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. The selector switch in the middle here is solid, it won't move. That doesn't do anything. Everything else, I mean, I'm pretty happy with it. It's a shame it doesn't come apart like the PPS 841, because I'd like to put a bit of rubber on the end of the bolt so it doesn't slam straight into the face of the receiver, the barrel. Excuse me, I want to sneeze. Too much dust up here. Right, okay, so I will dry fire it, and it is probably pretty loud. It'll probably dumb the microphone, that sort of thing. I'll do it again and again. So it does get a good kick to it. Now, what happened last time? It does go into safe like the MP40, so it goes up like that, okay? Which is a nice feature. It wouldn't last time. It wouldn't go in, and I had to bash it from this side because you can't get inside and see what's going on. It looks like there's two bits of like the dummy bolt, like a pipe, and the spring must be inside, and it looked like it had drifted over. So a quick bang, got it back into place. So I'll take the safety off, and we'll dry fire it one more time. Okay, there we go. So yeah, it is. last time I did this video, I'll give it 5 out of 10. I'm going to give it 7.5. The bolt thing is not such an issue. I know how to bash it back across. The barrel, without, it's not screwing it in place isn't the issue, unless I could put a screw on the top. But even then, that's just going to be side to side, isn't it? I don't know, maybe some real strong epoxy glue, but you're not going to get it. There's oil in there. I don't know. Anyone got any ideas about how to deal with that? You can see how that's moving, and that's obviously not hard down. Don't know, pass on that. So is it worth getting? Well, for the price you pay for them, it's better than paying thousands of pounds. Daiks always have their own little foibles as well. Anyway, I intend probably just hanging this on a mannequin more than likely. Is it good for reenacting? I'd say anything's good for reenacting if it's a representation of something you're trying to pass across, and if it's on the. But I saw on some of the War Relics forums, someone said if it passes the 3 foot or 3 metre test, the 3 metre or 3 foot test. So if it's on a stand and someone's looking at it from distance, yeah. I mean, I'm looking at the STG 44 now. That looks like the real thing to me. Definitely, even to me, from here. Now, I'm the one who sanded it. In fact, I'll get it and see what you think. 2 seconds. If I can make it the other side of the loft without being molested by furry animals. Because I did do a video on it the other week, obviously, but it definitely isn't going to come across. But there you can see, like, it's almost got like heat marks on the magazine. Now, I don't know whether that's just where I've been working it. It looks almost blue, doesn't it, like oil? So yeah, it's that's definitely worth it. The MP41, yeah, it probably is, but I'm saying 7, maybe 6.5 out of 10. That barrel being loose is an issue. So if anybody has got any ideas how Stan could sort that out, I mean, I'm supposed to be the engineer, I know, in name only. Yeah, that'd be good. But one more cock and click, why not? See, that does feel loose in there. That again. Yeah, it feels like it's wandering all over inside. It's a shame you can't, like, sort of field strip it and have a look in there, and maybe what you do, maybe pack it out or do something so it doesn't wander around all over. That's enough of me talking anyway. Nearly 30 minutes. That's Stan's Denix MP41, and I'll see you again probably tomorrow when I'll be in the man cave. See ya.